When it comes to commercial snow removal, look to Tovar Snow Professionals. With the largest snow and ice management fleet in the Midwest, Tovar delivers top-notch commercial sidewalk and parking lot clearing services, even in winter's worst weather conditions. With their 24-hour live office staff, certified meteorologists, and personal service, they are leaders in professional snow removal. To get a free estimate for snow removal on your site, go to baseball.tovarsnow.com or call 844-GO-TOVAR. That number again is 844-GO-TOVAR. Tovar Snow Professionals, Chicago's snow plowing leader. Tovar is an equal opportunity employer.
Let me start. William, let me ask you a serious question. I'm pretty sure you like beer.
That is pretty serious.
I mean, you are from Minnesota.
That is serious. I do like beer, yes.
What's your favorite beer?
Ooh, it'd have to be the Guinness.
That's the wrong answer. Your favorite beer is Club 400 Lager.
Oh, right.
Hey, what podcast are you on, William?
Right. I was thinking about the St. Patrick's Day. My mind was drifting. I
caught him. I caught him. I caught him telling the truth, to be honest with you.
I like the Guinness, but I also like Club 400.
Well, how about if I told you this Saturday, Pub in the Park, Lake in the Hills, Sunset Park, you will get to try over 40 beers. Actually, there's 80 different samples from 40 different breweries. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, that's amazing.
And I want to thank Liz Wakeman for including Club 400 in this event. Saturday from 3:30 to 7 o'clock. And they have live music. I feel like some fingers are going to be there, actually. The dueling pianos.
They've been here before.
Yeah, and they're going to have a bunch of food trucks. Maybe my sister's Tomato might be there.
Nice.
Who just were at the Morel party. And we brought some Club 400 flavor besides the beer. Obviously, Club 400 will be at the event. Club 400 Lager, that is. And Crystal Lake Brewery will be there, too. But we brought in two World Series champions, guys from back in the day. I met both those guys a couple years ago.
And you mean Chicago Cub World Series champions?
2016. That seems like a long time ago, actually.
Yeah, and on one hand, it seems like a long time ago. On the other hand, it seems like yesterday.
I know. But we got Miggy Montero and John Maley coming out, and there's a reason why we put those two together, because they're super tight, and they're going to have fun with us out there Saturday, signing personality pluses. I always say it's not. Every party we have at Club 400, if the guest is good, the party is good. We'll talk about our awesome party with Morel, and he was awesome. But yeah, I posted the link everywhere. So if you use the code Club400, you will save $10 off. I think it's all the tickets combined, but if you were to buy one ticket, you'd save $10. Buy a VIP ticket, because a VIP ticket will include autographs for both those guys and a picture that you'll be able to download at a later date. So
that's fantastic.
So Pub in the Park this Saturday. I also, right now, if you go on my personal page, Stuart McVicker, and you share that post, you will be entered to win 2 VIP free tickets. And right now, there's only 10 shares. So someone's going to take that home. I think we're going to end it tomorrow night to give the winners proper time to prepare to go. But if maybe you can't afford to go, you can probably win, right, William?
You can.
So check it out, Pub in the Park 2022. If you just on your internet, put Lake in the Hills, you'll find it. Go out, buy some tickets, meet me and William out there, have a Club 400, hang out with Miggy Montero, John Millay. We're looking forward to seeing you this Saturday, 3 o'clock till 7:30.
We're Cubs fans helping Cubs fans at Stewart's Cubs Cave parties. Everybody's in for giving back to those in need. We're going to Club 400. Club 400. We're going to Club 400. Club 400. We're going to Club 400 Radio, alright.
The Club 400 podcast is on the air for the first time in over a month. It's been a while, right, William?
Wow.
But
yeah, and a lot's happened.
It's not like we're sitting around doing nothing, right, William?
No, it's been a full schedule, and the Cubs season ended.
I know, and it's always a sad day.
And they didn't go out with a whimper. They went out with a bang, for sure.
Cubs were hot. They played great baseball there at the end.
Yeah. What did I see? The last 50 games or something of the season, they had like the third best record in the National League.
That's the thing. The Cubs,
it's encouraging.
It's encouraging, and you know, some baseball teams, like we'll say the early Cubs this year, April, May, June Cubs, they weren't too fun to watch. But as the season progressed and some of these guys came up, it became fun again just to see. It's like it goes back to 2015, 14, 15. I always remember when Dexter Fowler, I think he hit the home run in 2014 against Colorado. They were losing, and the Cubs never came back from anything. And you got to see, oh my gosh, maybe we're going somewhere, and sure enough, we did. But we got a great show tonight. Looking forward to it. It's like I said, I'm not used to doing podcasts, William. I think I forgot how to do it.
Yeah, you know what? It's really about the gift of gab, and you have that. So
William, it looks like you lost a little weight. Did you lose a little weight? Was it no?
Maybe some stress weight or something. I don't know.
I want you guys to make sure if you're listening to this podcast tonight, of course we're going to keep it to the end, but the whole thing about tonight's podcast was really to announce our 2022 Christmas party. And as you know, right, William, one of our best parties.
Every year it's been.
I think it's just the time of the year, and there's not much going on. And, it's a special party. It always feels different down here at Christmas time.
There's something about it. I don't know if it's the time of the year. It's always a little bit smaller than some of the big ones, so it's more intimate. And,
right.
The guests have been great.
So we're going to tell you all those details. Except we're going to leave one big one out. Because, you like Christmas presents, right?
We like
William?
surprises, yeah.
There's going to be a Christmas surprise for all the Club 400 people that night.
That's going to be cool.
And so we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I want to rewind a little bit back to all the people that came out to our rooftop party. We did a podcast. Was that our last podcast, William?
That was our last one.
Oh, my gosh.
I know.
I wouldn't even call that a podcast. I'd call it a shit show.
Well, it was the first podcast ever on Waveland Avenue, so
I know. And overall, I thought it turned out pretty good until Crawley did a trivia contest and came up with 2 winners, so I had to give away 2 prizes. That's how he is, Crawley.
But you always bring an extra prize.
Oh, we always, we gave away a lot of stuff that day. We really did. We gave a lot away shirts, autographed Stroman baseballs. We had
it did work too. I know you said it wasn't, obviously it wasn't like a regular podcast because nobody wanted to hang out on Waveland Avenue and listen to 2 guys talk for an hour, but. There was a lot of prizes being thrown. There was some live music that was played and all that, but it worked to perfection. We invited all of our Club 400 people to get there early and gather in the street so that would attract other people. And we got a lot of other people that were there. And it was
cool. Fun. I don't think it'll be our last time doing it. I think we can do it again next year. Maybe we don't have the rooftop party, which we might have a rooftop party, but maybe we don't. Maybe we do. I don't know. I will say this just for all the listeners because I'm an honest guy as far as, I was hoping that we were going to get a lot more people to show up to the rooftop, and it just did not work out. Logistically, I thought, man, these guys are going to be able to walk over the street, come up, hang out, and we invited a lot of people. And it was like,
you mean players and
Cubs personalities.
Cubs people,
Miguel Esperanza came out, Wayne Mesmer came out, but we did not perform up to Club 400 standards as far as getting guests. But at the end of the day, these guys, they have families, they got places to go, people to see, and like I said, and then our unfortunately, Taylor McGregor's roommate got COVID, so she had to drop out.
And unfortunately, one of the 2 guests, Frank Schwindel, was sent down to the minors.
Yeah.
And I know he was very bummed.
So we had a lot of things going against us, but you can only have one first annual, right, William? But maybe it was good that we didn't blow it up like crazy because now we'll just build off of that.
It was still pretty epic.
No, it was. We had beautiful weather.
Yeah,
we had Cold Club 400 on the roof.
Great crowd of people from there supporting Club 400.
And I will say this: Patrick Wisdom is Club 400, man.
Oh, man.
He came up, didn't charge us anything, spoke with us. Crawley did the Q&A, and he was great. He took pictures with everybody, and he signed the pictures. I actually just picked them up last Friday, so we have that event this Saturday. So we're going to get those out to you soon. We got to come up with a plan, but the pictures came out great. We had them signed in blue in the sky, and it's going to be a nice...
What an epic background, huh?
Oh, it was perfect.
For both the podcast and the party, just you're looking at Wrigley Field the whole day. It's just.
I want to thank, just a few quick thank you, Aiden Dunnican, Wrigley View Rooftops. That's wrigleyview.com. Aiden Dunnican, thank you so much. I want to thank Output. I want to thank Obvious Shirts. It was a great day. So I just want to make sure we address that because we haven't spoke to you since then.
No,
so
that was the last time.
And then we just recently had a unbelievable party here at Club 400. Christopher Morel came out on a Monday night.
Yeah, kind of a last minute thing on the schedule, right? Wasn't it? Didn't you have like
what? I think I could tell this story. So I said in a live thing I did on the Club 400 public page that I appreciate good people more than good ball players. And I knew Christopher Morel was going to be great to come out here. And he's a fan favorite because the way he reacts with the people, the kids, and everything else. And he did not disappoint whatsoever. But what happened was I had originally planned that party a couple weeks before. Because if you recall, that was the fastest Club 400 party we've ever had.
As far as the turnaround from when you knew about it.
From confirmation, confirmation was the Friday before the party, and the Monday was the party. I mean, the following, not that Monday, but the following Monday. So like 9 days to sell tickets and to pull it off. And you know what? Honestly, that was a darn good party.
Yeah, kind of went off without a hitch.
It was unbelievable. I want to thank Miguel Esperanza who came out, and he made it even better. Did the national anthem.
Yeah,
did the national anthem here.
Yep.
And then he did the Q&A.
Which will be coming out subsequent to this.
That podcast will drop next. The Christopher Morel night here at Club 400.
And Miguel does it in both languages, which is fantastic.
Yeah. So it's perfect.
Yeah.
You get to know Christopher. And I really believe, we go back to the Frank Schwindel party, the Patrick Wisdom party, and the Christopher Morel. Christopher Morel and Patrick Wisdom are down with us going forward. It's always nice to have players that get what you're trying to do, respect you, and want to help the cause.
I'm still holding out hope that they bring back Frank.
Oh, man.
He's going to play overseas, but,
Well, he's going to...
You never know.
No, he could come back. He's just going out. He went to Dominican Baseball League, and that's just for the winter, I think. So he can come back, and he'll probably sign with another team, I would think.
Or maybe the Cubs. You don't know.
You just never know. He had that bad back. But Frank Schwindel is also a part of this family. But
the Cubs their organization values good quality people, and he definitely fits that mold, along with the other two that you mentioned. I mean, that's 3 guests in a row.
Top notch, And then you mix Stroman in the middle for the big one.
Right.
It was a pretty successful year here, and with the team the Cubs had, I always constantly go down the roster like, who do we want here at Club 400 next? What do the fans want? Personally, I would love the next current Cub I would like to get out here is Nico Horner. He would be my next pick for current Cub. So I'm going to be working on that. Maybe we'll get something going there. Maybe we won't. But what's your takes from the Morel party? What was your favorite night? Favorite part of the evening, I should say.
You know what? It was actually meeting him because from the first game he played with the Cubs, I was so intrigued by him because I've never seen a ball player have a smile on his face like all the time. He could be hit by the pitch probably, in the family jewels, and he'd still be smiling.
And they're not fake smiles.
No, he's just happy.
If you go look at our picture link and you see these pictures, it's like there's actually joy in his eyes and his smile, and that's how that's how he was here that night.
Yeah, what was the quote you told me that he said at the end about how his greatest moment was...
He said his greatest moment was his first home run, and then his second one was being at Club 400, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, and I don't think he's lying. I mean, sometimes people say that just because, of where you're at and you're caught up in the moment, but I don't think... I think he really, really, truly... all 3 of those guys had that in common. They really, truly appreciated the response when they walked down the steps here and saw everybody just go bananas.
I mean, that's a big thing now here that we never used to do before. I don't know when we started it, but let's give these guys a Club 400 welcome with their walkout music usually, and just set the party off right in style. It's a tradition. It's going to happen from now on because I think it really does set the mood for the entire evening. And so Christopher Morel, I was going back to it, was so I made a deal to have Christopher Morel out. We had a deal in place. And like so many baseball players, William, they got baggage with them. When I say baggage, they got other deals, baseball deals. So Christopher, unbeknownst to me, when I even made the deal, because he was just going to sign autographs, has an autograph deal with a local guy. So it caused some problems. So they basically came back to me and said, Stu, I forgot to tell you this very important piece of information, and we're going to have to do autographs like this. And I said, no, we're not going to do it that way. And then, but in the meantime, Christopher Morel.
Do you know who I am? I have my own beer.
No, I mean, I'm just not going to sacrifice coming to Club 400 is a special experience. I really believe that. I mean, when you come down here, it's like no other experience anybody's ever had. It's not like I've experienced that. I'm living it, but like I've never had the opportunity to do what we're doing here anywhere else.
Right. And yet every party is totally different, and yet there's some familiarity to the different things that happen throughout the party that people get used to, taking a picture, getting the autograph.
And we had probably 10, 20 new people here that night.
Which is great.
Yeah, and so anyway.
That was cool too, by the way.
About handing the mic around?
When you were kind of introducing the new people, I thought that was really good because I remember the first time I was at my first party and I was like, I'm freaking out. I don't know any of these people. And it didn't take long.
Yeah, when you walk into someone's garage and you walk down the basement and you don't know anybody.
Yeah, it's a little.
That's the thing. We do have a great family here at Club 400. And, if you come to my house, I want you to feel like you're at home. And I look at the list of people who's coming, and I saw some new names. So I said, I'm going to do something different here. We're going to introduce these guys. But so anyways, we made the deal with Morel. And then they told me about the autograph thing, and then I told them the deal was off. But in the meantime, Christopher Morel said, we're good to go. So here's the thing, man. I said it before, and I'll say it on air, is like, back in the day, I had to beg guys to come out here, I really did. Like, it was like pulling teeth. Hey, you want to come to my basement, Lake in the Hills? Ooh. But now, we're known, and the players talk about us. Morel heard about us. He heard about what we do. He wants to be a part of it. So he went back to his agents and he said, make it work. I don't care what you got to do, but make it work. And we made it work. And that's why the party was happened so quickly. But, like I told myself, man, the agent came back to me. There's a local guy in Chicago, and then there's one out in Florida on top of him as far as on the food chain ladder. And he goes, we got to make this happen, Stu. Morel wants to be part of Club 400 moving forward. And he definitely wants to come out there before the season. And as you know, William, a lot of these guys, last game of the year, their flights are booked and they're headed home. And sometimes, they're headed to the Dominican Republic or whatever, Right. So we were happy to have him out here, kind of like Wisdom, as you guys can see on our promos and stuff that we're doing. He's going to be a part of Club 400 going forward next year. And, he had a great year, man. 16 dongs, I think he had.
Yep.
I don't think will win Rookie of the Year, but he's definitely a finalist to win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
And, I wish him nothing. It's like guys like that who just...
They get it.
Yeah, they get it. And not only that, but they're just so happy to be playing in the major leagues.
Right. There's a huge difference, and I'm not saying any of the older guys are favorites from the 2016 team, are bad people or anything like that. But after you get paid $240 million over 10 years or whatever, everything changes.
Well, everything, I don't know if we've ever talked about this on the podcast. You're 100% right, William. Before, I think about this, I'm looking right behind you and I see the Anthony Rizzo statue, right? We got Anthony Rizzo out in May of 2016. I guarantee you, if we didn't get him out before the World Series, he was never coming to my place. Some things are all about timing,
right?
And we'll talk about the Christmas party, and that's a little tip about. We're thinking early, we're thinking young, guys.
Yeah. and that's not any offense to Rizzo on that. It's just demands on his time. You know, he's got to go. He's getting pulled in
a lot of different directions. And what directions are you going to go into? You're going to go into like the least attractive. Not that this is an attractive location, but we can only do so much in this space that we have. But you're talking about if you get offered to go to Chicago and host an event with 400 people, and you're going to get your charity is going to make all this money. I get it. But you're totally right. I remember all the charity events, 2013, 14, 15. I used to go to them all. And then the Cubs won the World Series, and things just got a little bit lamer. They didn't come out and talk to the fans. They kind of hid in the VIP area. I think about Woody's warm-up event where Jake Arrieta was standing at a bar, drinking a beer, and doing a shot with us. And then once they won the World Series, he wasn't out hanging out with the fans. But yeah, these guys, you win a World Series, your life is going to change, and all those guys' life has changed forever because they can come back to Chicago anytime and make money. Right. Just like Madden. Madden's in town this week right now. I'm trying to get him over here, William. I told John Maley is in town. Great. John Maley is a friend of Club 400. He really is. And he helps us out. He helps us book Ian Happ back in the day, and he helped us get a lot of guys here. He helped us get Miggy here. Yeah. We'll be here this weekend at Pub in the Park.
Going back to your point, though, with like the Rizzos and stuff like that. The one thing, there's the money, there's the fame with the World Series, but the one thing that you just never can get back with these three young guys that were out here is just that whole, like you said, they're just happy to be playing baseball.
And they're innocent. They're young and innocent.
They made it to the big league. They got to the show, and it just, you can tell, like when you talk to them, you can tell how freaking excited they are, how excited their parents are. We got a chance to talk to Patrick Wisdom's family, and
then you learn the apple doesn't far from the tree.
Right.
I mean, Wisdom is because of what his family are.
Right.
And his family were just like neighbors next to you.
Right.
I mean, their son, the father was unbelievable. Looked like him.
Exactly.
Looked like an older Patrick Wisdom. And I had a beautiful family, beautiful wife.
He was just as happy that Patrick was in the bigs as Patrick was.
Yeah,
and it's like,
hey man, I just walked over my job. I don't know if he's ever been on a rooftop before. Walk up and down the roof, and he got to experience what a rooftop's like a little bit without a game going on. But yeah, I mean, and it's like going back to Morel. He comes down, so I always ask the agent, like, what's his favorite drink?
This might be my favorite part of
so
this.
What is Christopher's favorite drink? And he said he really likes lemonade. And I said, oh, really? I said vodka lemonade. He goes, no, just lemonade.
It was a Monday night.
Yeah, it was a Monday night,
and they had a game.
We still drank a lot of beer here that night, though. I was impressed with the Club 400 group here. They drank on a Monday night. Good hustle. That Club 400, we ran through a whole keg of it on a Monday night, so that's pretty good. So, so I go to the farmer's market in Crystal Lake at the Dole Mansion where Marty sets up, the Salsa King of Chicago, and there's my sister's tomato food truck, and they sell lemonade out of it, like fresh lemonade, and I love it. Like, what I'll do is sometimes I'll work with Marty, and then I'll walk over there, grab me a lemonade, go home, pour some of it out, put the vodka in. So I was like, man, you know what? Maybe we'll do something different this year. And let's get fresh lemonade. And I said, well, let's maybe, we've had food trucks out there in the past. Not necessarily. We had the ice cream truck come that one time.
Right, yeah.
But so I was like, you know what? Let me call them up. That's my sister's tomato, located in Crystal Lake, Illinois. I've had their they have fresh pizza,
brick oven pizza, brick oven in the truck.
Yeah, and I do want to say thank you to two people who helped pitched in so we can get that food truck. Roxanne Johnson and my guy Tommy Skinner. I put something out on Club 400 public page. I said, hey, we're looking for sponsors, and by the way, we are definitely looking for sponsors for our Christmas party.
And now
that's not it. Stu, we have a phenomenal deal for people. Tell me about it.
Club 400 is introducing their introductory sponsorship program.
What?
Yeah, we're going to have like single, double, triple, home run, and grand slam. I'm looking for some grand slams, some homers, some singles, some doubles, and some triples, William.
That would be phenomenal.
And I know Nicole is too. Yeah, we are releasing our new sponsorship program, tiered up. Many benefits to the sponsors. And, we're looking to add on to 2022 sponsorship program headed to $1 million for Cub fans out of a man cave in a basement in Lake in the Hills. Unbelievable, huh, William?
It is unbelievable. And I'll tell you, when you talk about the benefits of being a sponsor of Club 400, not only are you contributing significantly to a charity, but we work our butts off day in and day out to make sure that we're giving you some great exposure, especially if you're a company.
Hey, you're part of the elite, man. When I say elite, I'm talking about Club 400 Elite. We only let sponsors come on that we know, trust, and respect.
That's right.
And we're looking for more. We really are looking to add to our coffers a little bit so we can do great things in 2022. Cub fans helping Cub fans, giving back to the greatest fans in all of sport, you, the Chicago Cub fan. We can only do that with sponsors. We can only do that with random donations.
And you might think we're only into snow removal sponsors, but that's not the case. We're open to any company,
and
any
keep in mind, Club 400 is a registered 501c3 business. For all your tax purposes, we got you covered. Perfect. I got our new sponsor, Jeff Vukovic, otherwise known as Vuk. Nationwide Insurance is on your side. And trust me, guys, when I went and got insurance for this basement, I went to Jeff Vukovich because if I see your face on TV every game and you're selling insurance, you better back me up, buddy.
Right.
And I'm actually become really good friends with Jeff. He's a great guy, and he is one of our new sponsors. I did want to announce that tonight. It was big news for me because I'm not going to lie, I chased him around a while, and he knows what we're doing, and he loves what we're doing. And like I said, I use him for my insurance, and you should too. If you're looking for an insurance guy, he's going to be very fair to you. Call Michelle. I don't have the number, but Nationwide Insurance in Park Ridge. Ask for Michelle. Tell him Stu sent you for the special rate.
Because
the Club 400 rate
Nationwide is on your side.
Well, that's pretty good sir, William.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm here all night.
So let's close out the morale party. He walked in with that lemonade, and that's why he walked in with the big thing of lemonade. And it was just it was good. We had fresh pizza here, and you can go up, order 104 different types of pizzas, a lot of vodka and lemonades going around, a good crew of people. Like, we didn't have to tell anybody to shush in the back. That's a good crowd of people.
That's good, yeah.
So that was awesome. That, like we said, that podcast will be released later. Thank you, John Benedict, for coming out playing the organ, and he always makes the party better.
He does.
He gives you the background sound of Club 400 here at Wrigley Field. Pretty cool. A great party, and honestly, even I go to that party when I live here, and I get a high off of it, man, because I'm like, oh my God, that turned out so good.
Yeah.
And Morel loved it. We got great feedback from him. And so.
Had to be easier cleanup with the food trucks.
I'll tell you, it was. It was a little
bit.
It wasn't because we put the food truck obviously in the driveway, forced people to go outside. And a lot of them seemed like a lot of the trash ended up outside. I think outside, honestly, food trucks might be the way we go. The problem is with food trucks is they cost a little bit more money. But there's so much worth it. I mean, I might look one for a Christmas party. The Christmas party, we'll talk about in a little bit, but I mean, the details aren't fully done. I mean, we just lined in the date. I lined in the special guest already, but the specific, we're going to miss out on Danny Rocket. We'll talk about that later. But I want to tell you a couple of things, William, that behind the scenes that some people don't know what's going on. But we're proud to make it happen through Club 400.
Is this Club 400 behind the scenes?
This is Club 400.
A new segment on the podcast.
I'm basically telling these guys right now. Yeah, we can do one. You ready?
I got one.
Baseball's America's pastime.
Baseball.
You're listening to Club 400 Podcast, a show about Cubs fans for Cubs fans. Be sure to follow us on social media. We're active on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
As everybody knows, Ray Burse is actually a family. He's family, right, William?
He is totally family.
I mean, whenever we do anything Club 400, he knows about it. But I will tell you this. He actually was in town for the Morel event. He didn't know we were having a Morel event.
What?
We did not know it. He could have been here. Instead, he's sitting in a hotel by himself. We find out the next day.
Oh,
That's called lack of communication, William.
Yeah, is he on Facebook?
No.
Or, I mean, he's got a Facebook account.
I don't know if he is. I don't talk.
He must not be on there.
Ray is one of the greatest callers, by the way. He'll call you every morning and wish you, hey, good morning.
Right.
But then he'll forget about you. He'll come back and do it again. But
Right.
Ray, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. If you're a Club 400 member, you've probably been texted by Ray. Good morning. How you doing? It's the way he is, He's, like I said, I would say he's our number one guy at Club 400, and he's doing great things for us.
I do have to tell you this. I have to interject here. I found something in the attic of my garage. I was looking for something totally different. I started going through.
Were you looking for some green stuff, William?
Maybe. I was looking through some boxes. I got a lot of sports memorabilia up there, or whatever, and I found a cherished item from my youth. Do you remember back in the day where they had these? It was a small box with a wiffle ball in it.
Yeah,
you buy wiffle balls, and on the box was like a baseball.
Was it Ted Williams on there?
Well, they had different players at one point. I've got a panel off the box, the Ray Burse baseball.
No way.
Chicago Cubs, yeah.
You got to get that signed.
I want to get that bad boy autographed. Yeah, that'll be.
I wonder if he knows. I mean, I'm sure he knows about it. I just never seen one before. William, you might have to give that to me, man.
I might.
I mean, that might have to go in the display case.
Yeah, well,
man.
let's get it signed and then put it in the display case.
I think so. That might be like something I could put that you gave me from Ray. That would be a good.
No, that would be good. Yeah.
I think I'd like that. I mean, I'm not asking for it, but I kind of am. You know.
You know what? You can have it. It's one of my cherished things from my childhood. But you know what?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You're one of my cherished things from my adulthood. So there
thanks,
you go.
buddy.
Yeah.
And same with you, man.
Well, thank you.
And I did want to say you are the best, William. Yeah, so Burris called me last year, and I was down here with Steve and his wife. I was going to say Carolyn's his daughter, and I got a phone call from Ray Burris, and he said, "Stu, next year's my 50 years of baseball party. I really like to have it at your house," which was an honor to do that. So we are hosting Ray Burris's 50 years in baseball party here at Club 400, and it's basically his friends and his family. Some ball players that he's played with. We're going to have a few guys that have never been to Club 400, maybe a Hall of Famer, has never been here before. And I'm just expecting really to celebrate not only his career, but his life. And not too many people can say that they spent 50 years in baseball.
Right. And the kind of life that he's lived as well, which we've had the pleasure of learning over time here.
Yeah.
So getting to know him better.
And the thing about it is, too, you know, organizations, they lose touch with players and so forth and so on. But I got to give credit to Brian Freeze. Brian Freeze sits in the background a lot, but he comes to a lot of our parties. But he brought Ray pretty much back in the organization. And, you know, what happens was when one door opens, you know, there's more doors that open after that. You meet people, your name gets out there, they find out you're willing to do certain things. And as I learned when we went down for Glass America, I saw Ray give a speech, and he literally, like, I thought I was good until Ray went up there. You know? And Ray's a great speaker. I've learned a lot about Ray, and he's just...
he's a great person.
Yeah, he's talented, and, you know, you want Ray in your corner, you know?
Yeah, you do.
So, yeah, we're having 50 years... And we hired a band, our first full band at Club 400.
Nice.
He likes Motown, so we did full Motown. We have a great barbecue company coming in.
Did you get a logo made for it?
Yes, I will put that out there. I think we're going to celebrate Ray publicly at the Christmas party. Okay. Because, you know, Ray running a party where he can come in here and see family and friends and people that have helped him get to where he's been in his life.
Right.
So yeah, we're respecting that, and we're opening up our place to him and looking forward to it. So, but speaking of that, something we've talked about it on other podcasts, and you know what. This year it's not going to be open up to the public, but this is the first year we're putting our name on it. We are and let me make sure everybody's clear here. In the Cubs community, we are basically filling a void, and that's exactly what we're doing. As you know, Randy Hunley has been the founder of Fantasy Camps. He's created a whole nother business that's made a lot of people a lot of money. Well, Randy decided, you know, the pandemic hit and everything else, and there has not been one since the 2021. And he's just he doesn't want to do one this year. So we basically are filling the void, and that's what I'm calling it. We are filling the void of him not doing the camp. And we're taking 3 teams out to Vegas, and we're going to do a Club 400 fantasy camp. And money, no one's getting paid. All the money is going to Club 400, except for the organizer of the event, who used to work for Randy Hunley's camp, who could be working for Randy Hunley's camp next year if he decides to do it. So... But, yeah, we're looking forward to it. And, you know, Ray's going to be down there, and he got us Fergie Jenkins to be one of our coaches.
Wow.
Yeah, we got Bobby D. coming. Lee Smith is pretty much coming. I mean, that's pretty much a done deal. But Ray opened those doors for us. We throw a fantasy camp. Each team is going to have 2 coaches, and we have 2 Hall of Famers. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
I'm excited about that. Like I said, this is not anything new. We did this last year. And then we also did this year before during COVID.
As long as you don't have to face the Snapdragon.
And William, what did you do in Huntley?
What did I do?
What did you do for the fantasy camp when the COVID was
I was the PA announcer, wasn't I?
You was the PA announcer. And what song did you play when I came up to bat?
Puff the Magic Dragon, baby.
Jesus. I think we talked about that before.
Yeah, we did. No, that was a good time.
All right, good people. Well, where are we at on time, William?
Oh, we're getting up there. 35 minutes.
Ooh, that's not too bad. I like to stay under 50.
All right.
I did want to talk about last year, the Cologne family, unbelievable people, decided to throw us an event. And I didn't know what it was till I even walked in the room. But it was music trivia. Okay, what's music trivia? David Arnold, who is a Club 400 fan and a favorite of mine. It's like all these guys come to my houses, and it's when I get to see them the most, but I can never talk to anybody that long. I think about Dave Arnold, like, yeah, he was at the last party. Did I really get a good conversation with him? No. But, like, that's why I like doing these stuff that we're going to be doing on November 19th. But so we go there, and we had a blast, didn't we, William?
I was not there.
Oh, that's right. You ditched us that weekend.
I did, yes. A complete ditch job.
But you know what? It was a really good time, and basically they play music, they play tracks. There's 10 categories, and you work with a group, a table, and everybody brings snacks, and you drink beer, and you have to name the artist. They'll play like a 30 maybe a 20-second snippet or whatever one time, and everybody has to have the exact artist name and the exact song name. The issue with that is song name. Oh, yeah. Especially nowadays, you don't have CDs and tapes or records to look at these. They just hear the album. You're streaming it. You don't know. So, I mean, they play a lot of older stuff, 70, 80, 90. There's different categories. But it was a blast. So we decided we're going to take that up here, get Crystal Lake Brewery involved, do an event for Club 400. That is going to be at the Holiday Inn. You can get a room there, discounted rate. And it's going to be from 6 till 10. And we're going to have a band play, and we're going to have.
And then you want to go back to your room after boom, chicka boom, boom.
No, the real party starts that night when the band leaves. There you go. That's when the real party starts and the shenanigans begin. And some doors are open and some doors are closed.
Words of wisdom from the Club 400
in a lot of different ways. No, but we want to invite, and so we'll be posting the link out there soon, and it's basically going to be, I think it's $20 a person, and if you want to, or maybe it's $25 a person. And if you want to buy a whole table, that gives you like 2 freebies or something like that. But it's all out there when the link's out there. We'd love to have you out, and so it's a cheap night, really. Club 400 beer will be served there. And we're going to have pizza served there, fresh pizzas being brought in. We're going to be selling slices. The pizzeria actually are donating the pizzas. We're going to sell the slices. That'll be money going back to Club 400. We are going to debut the debut of brand new Club 400 shirt that I can't wait to put out there. It will be fantastic. You might have seen it posted somewhere. I don't know. Like the logo. If some of you know what I'm talking about, it's going to be on a green, cubby green shirt. Probably made by Obvious Shirts, I'm guessing.
Looking forward to it.
Joe Johnson, I want to get involved on that if you're listening. I don't think he listens to this. He's too busy.
He's probably too busy making shirts. See, he's got a whole line of bear shirts now.
Yeah, he's got Halloween shirts. The guy's multiverse. Yeah. He's smart man. He is. And a great guy, more importantly. November 19th, one more time, Holiday Inn, Cubs Music Trivia Night. Get your tickets right away. We're expecting to sell out. And I think I got a band. I don't want to announce it yet. But I think I got a great band who we might have worked with, if you want to find out who maybe that band is, at the pizza place, Riverside Pizza and Pub. They played at our podcast.
Maybe we'll play a little
let's
bit
play
of
that on
their outro.
Play that on the outro.
Yeah, see if anybody knows who we're talking about there.
Yeah, so buy tickets for that. Buy tickets this weekend to go to the Pub in the Park, and definitely buy a limited ticket to what we're going to talk about next.
And what is that you're going to talk about next, sir?
I mean, what you all sat through 38 minutes to hear, I guess. For the people that really want to find out.
Actually, 38 minutes on the dot.
Not too bad. See, I got the good internal clock on, William.
You do. It's good.
But I know we actually want you to listen to our podcast because maybe you might like us and listen again. So that's the whole point.
Maybe.
Drive people to the podcast.
Drive them.
And you know what, William? I just want to tell everybody before this Christmas announcement, we're going to change things up. Every week we're going to try to be on a lot more, right, William?
Yeah.
And we're going to try to go back to some of that timeless stuff. I got some ideas of some people I want to bring on that could make your Wrigleyville experience even better. And so I want to get back to that kind of stuff, and I want to get on the air a whole lot more. So I hope you'll see us out there more frequently, and I hope you tune into us. And if you're a Cub fan not listening to this podcast, with what we bring to you guys, then I question how smart of a Cub fan you really are.
It's the off season for the ball players. It's the on season for the podcast team.
Exactly. So Christmas party, December 2nd. That's a Friday, William.
Love it. I love weekend parties.
And this one, we've been busy doing a lot of different things, but I was like, man, I got to book this party for Christmas, and who do I want as a guest? And I had some ideas, and I thought about the Morel party, how fun that was, and I thought, man, you know what? I want to bring a guy on here who's going to be just as fun, this high character guy. I actually got to meet him at my condo.
Nice.
And
I
was thoroughly impressed with him, by the way.
And I just picked him up on my fantasy baseball team for next year.
So yes, you did you, William?
I did, yeah.
Nice. I think that was a good move. You guys, we are bringing in Chicago Cubs' #1 prospect, Brendan Davis, man, and I'm excited about it.
So exciting, yeah.
And here's another.
He's the future.
No, he is, man. And, he was injured a little bit. He got injured in the middle of the season, I believe, but he's playing right now in the Arizona Fall League and just hit 2 dongs out. Definitely going to come up to the Cubs in 2023. One of those things you got to watch for, Brendan Davis. And I'm excited to bring him out. It's our first time we've ever had a party for a player who hasn't played in the major leagues. But I'm betting on him, man. I'm betting on him as not only a baseball player, but as a person, because he is a good guy. I've heard nothing but great things. And I booked this party directly through Brendan, man. You know what? He heard about us, and he wanted to come out and experience what Club 400 is all about. And I'll tell you one thing, William. We are going to show him what Club 400 is all about on December 2nd. And I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
Did you get the letter from Tom the other day?
I did.
I'm sure everybody did.
I usually post that up on the page, which I will do.
I'm sure most anybody who's signed up for anything Cubs got it. But anyway, one of the things he mentioned in there, obviously being optimistic about next year, is the Cubs right now have the 4th rated minor league system, which is up from like 26 2 years ago.
Right.
And he's the #1 prospect of the 4th rated system in baseball. So he's almost nobody's a can't miss, but he's as close to that as we've seen in a long time here.
Yeah, I will tell you that. We were at the last Cub game of the year, and we were in contact with them because some of the Cub fans that follow the Cubs closely know that they brought in the top 15 prospects and to kind of bring them into Wrigley Field for the weekend. I got to show them like what's going to be like maybe when they get the call and so forth and so on. And we were at the game, and we were trying to get Brendan over to the condo all weekend long. And the Cubs kept those guys pretty busy. So he didn't have a lot of free time. And so he told us like most likely it'd be Sunday. So we had to leave the game on Sunday before the last pitch. So it was me and Nicole beat us there. And me and Crowley came like basically running in, and Shannon, and I was like almost out of breath, and I'm like, I didn't know he was there at the time, and I'm like, there he is, Brendan Davis, and we got to spend like 10, 15 minutes with him, and like he's all about what we're all about, and he just gets it, and he's like I said, the reason how we made this whole thing happen, he's a Boris client. It's not easy to get Boris clients out for the kind of money we're, to do that, but Brendan's coming out for the cause, man. He's coming out because this is something that he wants to be a part of going forward. And you know what? That's music to my ears. It should be music to your ears because, we're all about you guys, the fans, man. And we get guys behind us, young like this, who are. Brendan's going to succeed, man. He's going to do it. You watch. And I'll tell you, just meeting him and the kind of the way he presented himself, and I was like, man, I'm looking forward to getting to know a little bit more about this kid. So. And hopefully we will on December 2nd. And we're actually going to do something different, William. We are going to do pictures that night. I don't know if he even told you this. You're going to learn something here tonight.
I learned something every
I've been
night.
wanting to do this for a long time. So this is perfect because of the size of the party and stuff. But how we're going to do autographs and stuff, we're working out some things right now. But the main juice part is that you're going to get your picture with Brendan Davis. It's going to be printed out at the party, the 8x10, and he will sign it for you. So you're going to take home that picture that night, which I think is awesome.
Kind of magical.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not even going to ask you how you're going to pull that off, but you obviously have a plan.
Well, to be honest, when I went to the Cubs last game of the year, I think it was on Saturday, went to Gallagher Way, and they were taking pictures, and they were printing them out. And I go, hey, can you do 8x10s? And he does that stuff all the time for charities. That's what he does. He moves around and prints out, takes his photography service plus printer on the spot.
Wow. That's
so
cool.
Club 400. I know there's. I mean, I was like thinking, the autograph people are going to hate that, but like that's not what we're about here. Like, if you can go home and take the Patrick Wisdom photos are great, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a memory that you're always going to have. That's something. And that's usually a 3-step process. First of all, you have to meet the player. And then you got to get the picture to print it out, and then you got to meet the player to get the sign.
Yeah.
This is all in one stop right here,
That's awesome.
So it's gonna be fun. And like I said, there's other ideas cooking for some other maybe opportunities for autographs. So it's gonna be a great time. Danny Rocket unfortunately will not be here, but we will have Christmas carols and the second big announcement, which I'm just gonna leave everybody hanging. We have a special surprise for the whole entire Christmas party. Okay. And that special surprise could be anything, but it's not food and it's not drink.
It's a new vehicle.
It's something.
Yeah, a new Cubs.
So
Lexus
there's going to be a secret
with a light blue
Club 400
it's gonna have
Christmas present for all of
cubby
us.
blue bow on top of the Lexus that'll be lined up in front of your house. You get to pick whichever one you want. Maybe that could be it. I don't know.
And that will
actually,
be,
you know what? Post on the Facebook page. Post what you think is going to be that surprise for the Christmas party.
Post that.
I want a new.
And
Lexus.
if someone guesses it, we'll give away like 2 free tickets.
There you go. Yeah, so post that on the post. I'll make a post and you got to respond to that one.
Okay,
we'll
do that. We'll do that.
Are we ready to?
Anything else about the Christmas party? It's going to be 6 till 10. Brendan Davis, we are looking forward to have him out. Surprise guest. And as you know, guys, I don't have to tell you, Christmas parties are the best. Look at the Patrick Wisdom video from last year, and you'll know that shows you what we're all about. We are Cub fans helping Cub fans. Thank you, William, for coming out, finally deciding to do a podcast with me. That was awesome. He's been a little busy. Let's all pray for William.
I think you're equally as busy, sir.
We're both busy, and I just want to say if everybody could say prayers for William's wife, Mia. She's been struggling a little bit, but so she could use your well wishes and prayers and thoughts. And so yeah, it's been hard to get together, but my schedule too. I'm guilty too. So, but we look to come back, like I said, a lot more frequently throughout the winter. Looking forward to the Cubs convention, and looking forward to a lot of great things to come with you guys. Thank you guys. Have a great night.
Since the 7th grade, fun women got whiskey, got evil ways. The dad left town, but the ass stayed. And I was way too young to be tripping for days. Shoulder tapping underage in some shady alleyways. It was $9.99 for an old style case. Throw an extra $5 for the guy that paid. Now this lifestyle is hard to maintain, but I'll dry out when I'm in the grave. Won't find me working my life away. We're locked down 24 hours a day. Over 30 times she's called my phone. If you're still at that bar, don't bother coming home. Looks like I'm staying. 'Cause I'm doing it again. Say when I feel like saying when. And all my friends are assholes. So hell, I fit right in. To build a hill, you gotta dig a hole. Yeah, this mountain is taking its toll. This crooked path has become a road. And every time I get ahead, I'm doing it again.
By the way, the pre-sale code for the Christmas party is South Bend. For those of you who listen to the entire show, your money. What's it?
No space.
No space. One word.
South Bend. All capitals.
SOUTHBEND. No space. All capitals.
You will guarantee to be getting a ticket.